Hi, this is Sharon Lim from sharonitwithyou.blogspot.com. This is my blog. I'm here to show you a tutorial on how to do one of these pop-out cards that you've probably seen a lot of. Let's get started. So first start with the piece of cardstock, 5 by 8.5, and you're going to score it at 1 3/4, 6 3/4, and then horizontally at 2.5. I need to score from this corner to this corner, so I'm using the scoring board. What I did was I used a Sharpie and marked it at 6 inches so I can visually see where I want to score. So I lined it up to the two lines and score, turn it, line it up on the two lines, and score. That way I have the X in the middle. Now we're ready to fold. So what you're going to do is go ahead and fold the horizontal first, then open it up, and then fold the X down. So do one side and then do the other. And what you end up having is, I like to call, kind of the shape of a house, and it looks like that. It's a little too big for the card, so what you have to do is actually cut off 1 1/8 on both sides. So I already measured it on this piece. And then just to help you, if you want to, you can always use that piece to cut off the second part as a guide. Now this piece will actually fit into the card. So the card is a regular vertical one, so it's 4 1/4 by 11, and you score it at 5 1/2. So just fold it in half, following along the score line. With the mechanism, what you're going to do is just put some adhesive just on what I to call like the roof of the house. So you're going to just take that adhesive on the top, and what you want to do is line it up, not quite hit the top because you want room for folding, and you want to center it on the card. Once you have it where you want it, go ahead and just shut the card, flip it over, and do the same thing. So all you have to do is remove the paper and then shut the card, and it should close. Alright, so now for the mechanism that's in the middle, you're going to start with a piece that's 2 3/4 by 11, and then you want to score it at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. And you're going to fold it accordion style, so back and forth, until you actually get a piece that looks like this. And as long as you have it the same way I have it, like an M, and then fold it this way, you're going to bring the card back, and what you're going to do is slide it in this way, and that's how it actually fits into the mechanism. And as you see, I have some adhesive just on this side, so I'm going to peel that. And again, the mechanism like this, turning it, sliding it in between, and you want to line it up against the side of the mechanism, and so it doesn't stick out in the card. Then you're going to shut it. Same thing happens on this side. I'm going to take the adhesive off. And it should just adhere right here. And then this is what happens when you open it. And you have 4 panels. You can do a word, you can do a year. For graduation, I did the 2019 last year, and I'll change it to 2020 next year. And then for this part, if you want to actually cover both sides of it, you're going to take a piece of cardstock, 4 and 5 1/4, and you want to mark the 2 inches on the top and on the left and the right. And you're just going to cut from those marks, and I did use some DSP designer series paper, and it fits perfectly on the bottom. So you cut 2 of those, put it on the bottom and the top, and your card is all done. So this is a finished product. I did some embossing on the top, and then you can have a word, you can have some numbers. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Thank you for letting me share this with you, and please visit my blog at sharonitwithyou.blogspot.com. Bye.